Tim Lally Chevrolet Studios. The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland.
216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. We're going to have Buck Wild in here in about a half an hour. We're going to play Upside Down Trivia. We're going to stand him on his head and then ask him stupid questions, which I haven't even written out yet. And then you guys will win Cedar Point passes if you can correctly guess true or false is what he says. Machine Gun Kelly is here. His latest is called Black Flag.
Yes.
And it's a mixtape, and people love it. I had somebody text me in the break, Trip in Kent. And he said, I was never a big fan, but I listened to Black Flag, and it's been on repeat for about a month now.
That's what a lot of people say, man. That's crazy. That's the most well-received project I've ever had.
Now, why is that different?
I don't know. Everyone's been saying the lyricism and the maturity. I mean, obviously, I think all my projects are up to par, but, I mean, I definitely get a different feeling from this one.
And, you know, being all of the difficulty, whatever form that takes, that's just all stuff you can use, ultimately.
Yeah, no,
right?
It is. It definitely is. I mean, I don't know what mindset I was in when I wrote this, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I gave it away for free because I think that the masses needed to hear this rather than just the people who
free.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go right now. I really do, because people aren't buying music like they used to anymore. Really, the only way you're going to get money in this industry is playing some of those big festivals or selling out your own shows and touring as much as you can.
Oh, touring is definitely the only way to get money.
And merch and all that stuff.
I have seen in the last year that music buying is coming back.
Hopefully, because I got a record out, so I'm fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, selling a couple 100,000 to Lace Up was like, what? You know, I was.
Yeah.
That's a big deal now.
Yeah, because I mean, you're seeing people with number ones that are only selling 18,000 copies.
Mm-hmm.
And not only, but I'm saying, like, as a number one artist, though, I mean, like, your songs are being heard by millions of people. I mean, you guys know, you're the other people who play it.
Yeah.
I call it Laces Out, just so I can remember what's...
Ace Ventura.
Right? Yeah. See? That way. I was at I took my daughter to the Justin Bieber show.
I was there, too.
And I'm a couple rows off the floor, and I see MGK walk by with his little girl. Mm-hmm. And there was a wave, and you had walked right in front of where I was, and you were walking back towards the back of the arena. And you'd see this wave of recognition go over people's faces.
Oh,
and everybody's starting to freak out and kind of turn around. Because before that, obviously, everybody's pointed to the
waiting
front.
For Justin
they
Bieber,
got that stupid Bieber countdown clock and whatever. Keep restarting at 10 minutes. I'm like, come on, dude. Well, and did you do the meet and greet?
I didn't do it. I made that meet and greet.
It doesn't matter who you are. If you get your daughter to see Justin Bieber, you're the dad of the year. It doesn't matter if you're a number one selling rapper or radio host.
I'm definitely not number one selling, but
well, but
a rapper. Yeah,
it was like a cattle call. I was going to say I hope that you had better access than a lot of other people had, because it was like, I mean, a guy like that, you're like, okay, you're going to wait a little bit. There's like 2 hours and whatever. I don't know what I expect.
That dude's nuts, man. He got the world in his palm, and he's just like...
That's what I'm saying, though. You got to...
Whatever.
He didn't pay enough dues.
Nah, man, come on, man.
Does that piss you off, though? Like,
man,
does it really?
I mean, dude,
I don't know if people, if a guy in your position would just take something like that with a grain of salt and go, listen, the kid's 19. This could all be over for him by the time he's your age.
I mean, at this point, I really don't... I mean...
I mean, it's apples and oranges, what you guys do, but...
It took me to see, like... It took me to see the lateness. It took me to see the... when I saw the Lose Yourself cover, I'm like, good Lord.
Oh, that was awful.
Just do you. Stop trying to... Stop... You're not... Like, you're never gonna be... You can never go back to this... Like, you didn't come from the streets, and you can't, like, all of a sudden make yourself go there now that you have millions of dollars and people that guard you as you walk through the streets of whatever streets you want to be from. And, you know, and when you start to look like me, it's, like, offensive, because it's like you're branding my image in front of millions of people.
Well, it's a weird thing with him, because nobody's going to look at him and say he's not talented. He's a crazy talented guy.
He's insane. He's awesome. He's great talent, but he's also, he's losing himself to all of this. When you're 2 hours late, man, I fought in Jacksonville last week, fought with the promoter to get me there on time. Fought with them. They got in the car. They made me 30 minutes late to the show, and I was sick to my stomach. I've never been that guy. Those kids are waiting out there, especially my fans, in the heat.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just sleeping overnight. Like, they don't deserve to see me go on late. You know, I feel the same way. I don't know, man.
Especially when people get used to people coming on late. If you're on time, man, that's such a big deal. It's such a little thing, but it's such a big deal.
That's like we were talking with Eric Griffin last week. Like, you can't be a dick if in this business anymore because people will call you out.
Yeah.
Like, you get called out, and obviously he's doing what he's doing, but most people, you don't know who's coming up, you don't know who's... So, yeah, respect your fans. And
respect your lane. Like, just stay in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go back from being able to being the inspirational guy. I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I don't feel that way. Sometimes I want to do something completely opposite, but like, it's like my responsibility. That's what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you got a job, you're an accountant, your job is to count the numbers. You can't just like walk into the radio thing and be like, yo, Alan, let's switch, man.
Let me do that. Bieber, I think I referred to Bieber. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I called him the Performance Bot 5000. Because that's kind of what he is. It's like he's real good when they do those little breakdowns where he's got a guitar, where he's playing the drums, and he's actually singing, which for the bulk of the show he's not. But the moves and everything, you might as well just wind the kid up and send him out there, and everybody eats it up.
And he's been doing that pretty much every day of his life for how many years?
Yeah, okay.
But I think now it's to the point where some of that is starting to crumble. There's a layer there that's starting to reveal itself about him, that he is a kid that got famous so quick at a young age, and now he's starting to be a little bit of a dick, and people are noticing it.
Yeah.
So what do you think is gonna? This is a really dumb question because you probably don't know, but how do you turn around things the way you wanted to be turned around to kind of fulfill what you had seen for yourself a year ago?
And by turnaround, you mean?
Well, just like you've said, clearly, like, things initially didn't go the way you wanted to, whether it was a combination of kind of how you were or what you've grown into since.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, how do you, is it just a matter of just every day getting up and pushing forward?
I mean,
or is there a master plan?
I think that starts with me as a person, you know, and I think I finally came to where I'm at, that I want to be, and that my team wants to see me be. I'm not like the depressed, dark kid anymore, which I was for so long, and I'm just like tired of being angry. It's exhausting.
It's draining.
It's draining.
It's such a drain. That's, you know.
I'd much rather be drained from a great fun weekend like EST Fest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's why I'm drained now. Like, before I was drained because I was like, I hate everything. I hate my life.
Right. And it's so, because that's part of being young too, is you think everything is the worst thing ever. Then you get a little older and you go, oh, bad things happen. You just got to take it in stride and kind of add it to your experience and draw what you can that's good from it. That's, as a comic, that's what I do, is when bad things happen, I go, yeah, this sucks right now, but it's going to be a really good bit.
Yeah, how do I make it funny?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh.
The other Kelly.
Ah, see what he did there, Kelly? What's up, Kelly?
I just want to say that I'm 32, and, like, the only music I listen to is, like, Neil Young, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and Machine Gun Kelly, and you are the only, like, common ground that my son and I agree on whatsoever on music.
Nice.
I was listening to in his room one time. I'm like, oh my god, is he listening to MGK? And I opened the door. He's like, you know who this is? So like, we just bonded over your music, which is, you know, it's kind of nice.
Can I tell you one story, Kelly, that someone else has told me at EST Fest?
Yeah.
All right. So this one brother and sister had this guy. They'd been separated 10 years ago. The brother got adopted, and they were on opposite sides of the country, right? And when they were younger, so as they got older, they started trying to find each other. And when they finally found each other, they found each other's Twitters, and they both had something about Laced Up or Lace Up or EST or MGK in their Twitter names. So they were like, they found each other, then they were like, you know, how do we bring this bond back? And they were like, yo, oh my God, you like Machine Gun Kelly too? And he's like, yeah. So their first trip together and meeting after 10 years was to EST Fest together.
Oh my God.
And that was
that gives me chills.
right. It was so
That's
cool.
awesome.
It was such a cool bonding thing. So I hope they had a great time.
Yeah. Not only that, Kelly, but you're in luck. He's going to announce that he's going on tour with Neil Young next year.
Oh my
Very,
God.
very exciting, Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly and Neil Young. They're going to sell Lionel trains at the merch booth. It's going to be very exciting.
Co-headlining.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
You know what's great about that story,
keep up
too?
the good work.
Thank you, Kelly. All right.
10 years ago, if you had said, oh, we met up and Twittered each other because we're brother and sister, that's a completely different meaning.
The cops would have come to your house. Yeah, it would have been a bad scene. Hey, Amina?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, Amina?
Nothing really.
Okay.
Okay.
You want?
Okay, I just want to say a few words to you. I just want to say thank you for this weekend. Yes. Thank you for your music. Thank you for being you. Thank you for letting us be it.
All right. Thank you, Amina.
Amina, thank you.
She was very, very excited, but I had to let her go because she was getting too excited.
She's emotional.
She was very emotional.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I thought she was talking about my appearance at Circle K.
Well, that too, yeah. She was very, very excited about that, too. Yeah.
What does EST stand for, by the way?
Everyone stands together.
Okay.
Yeah, I initially thought it was EST Fest, and I thought
that's what everyone kept saying.
I thought it was a Scientology thing.
EST Fest
some of my LA homies, I was out there, and they're like, yeah, you're going to EST Fest this weekend? How's the EST Fest going to do? And I was like, that sounds like a crazy disease that I don't want.
Yeah. Everybody came out to EST Fest, and they walked away itching during the whole set. That was fantastic.
Went out to the ledges and got asked all over me.
I'm going through some texts here. Somebody wanted to take a picture with you, and you blew them off.
It was probably a dude.
I don't have any context for that.
Probably
so I'm sorry.
I mean, I know it was probably a dude in a white polo outside of a stand when I was chilling at 1 a.m. after the 2-hour show. EST is about not putting yourself above anybody else, and I'm not gonna be guilty of that either. So I'm not gonna stand there with 50,000 people around me blocking you from me. You have complete access to me, and if I am sitting there chilling with you as a friend and a family member, then there is absolutely no need for the picture. I would much rather you sit there and enjoy the experience rather than have a picture and just walk away, rather than stand there.
Can you kind of smell that on somebody?
Oh,
like,
it's, yeah, and I feel no type of guilt for that. Like, that's why you don't like me? Because I didn't take a picture with you after I'm chilling with you.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here standing with you as a real person, and you're mad because I refuse to break the regularity of myself and be like, oh, yeah, hold on. Let me put my shades on. Here's the picture. Let's go, baby.
To give them something they can put on Facebook 2 minutes later.
And then deny themselves as a fan a week later when I do something wrong. It's like, I'm not going to give you the 15 seconds you know what I'm saying? It's just how you approach it as well. Like, there are certain people who do it the right way, and sometimes, like, I'm not always on. Like, sometimes I like being a regular person. That's the beauty of Machine Gun Kelly. If you don't see that, then you're not meant to be a fan of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't realize that I don't believe or there's anything cool about me to take a picture for, then, I mean, like, your heart's in the wrong place. Mine's in the right place. I'm like, yo, we're all chilling at a corn dog stand.
Yeah.
Everyone else is chilling.
That's how you were at EST Fest.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even go up to you because I wasn't going to be like, oh, hey, you're going to come in on Monday.
But come up to me and say what's up. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
you were just hanging out.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't need to go up to you and be like, oh, hey, let's get this picture. Let's hang out. Let me talk to you about what's going on. I would rather just be sitting there drinking and you're there.
You know the beauty of Zeppelin and all those guys, especially what Kelly was just talking about? We have nothing on them but word of mouth.
Right.
I was there, and Robert Plant got on a balcony and called himself a golden god, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Yada, yada. You show me a picture, I'm like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
But, like, what happened?
Like, story,
what happened? Do you think for 1 second I would hide and stay secluded and not be able to, and not give you the experience if people didn't come up and just ruin it with, like, can I get a picture? Because half the time, the reason I really stopped having so much enjoyment for taking pictures was, this is a prime example. I was at Warped Tour the other week in Cleveland, and I came out with some my friends Sleeping with Sirens, and
Kellen.
And me and Kellen took a picture with this one girl, right? I happen to see that I'm tagged in the picture. Randomly, I click on the picture, and on the comments, her friend's like, oh, crop MGK out. You know better than that. She sits there and goes, yeah, you're totally right. I feel like an idiot. Like, I can't believe I did it. And it's like, it takes that one person to be, I took the time out of my day to give you that moment. And there you are. After I've given you, I'm smiling in the picture. I'm like, happy for you. Like, yeah, like, you know, and you disrespect me like that. Like, you know, crop MGK out the picture. Oh, and then, yeah, you're right. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like I was nothing but nice that whole day to everybody. How can you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a weird thing because social media has so kind of leveled the playing field in people's minds that they don't delineate anymore between somebody that's working hard and doing the thing and their friend who's standing there just in a picture.
Yeah.
It's to them because they have access to you on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, you know what I mean? That to them, they're kind of like, oh, it's the same as anything else, whereas it is a situation where you're kind of being cool, and hey, let's do this, and, you know.
God, and everyone just has an opinion with social media. You know, I saw someone the other day who was like, you only performed for 2 hours at EST Fest? Wasn't the whole thing geared around you? You should. He said you should have been performing throughout the whole thing. I said, okay, Slave Master, what else would you like me to do for you?
2 hours
Only
for
2
an
hours.
artist is